thing that makes the ESEE program special is it's the best of both worlds. So you get the experience in a general education setting and then also in a special education setting. And then you're able to understand both sides.
What I really love about ESEE is that it really is designed for teachers to feel fully prepared to teach all children. And what's really wonderful about the program is that no matter what position our candidates end up taking, whether it's going to be a general education position or to be a special education teacher, they sort of see it all.
One thing that makes ESEE unique is we teach the way we want to see them teach. So we're not going to lecture, we're going to use station teaching, we're going to use project-based learning, we're going to use small groups, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it.
I heard from somebody that it was a world-class program unlike any other in the nation. And so I did my research and I found what I wanted. I wanted a place where they would push me to become the best teacher possible. There's a lot of challenges, it's a lot of hard work, and you work with such great people and great mentor teachers that help guide you to become an amazing teacher.
I chose to go into this ESEE program because the summer after my senior year of high school, I had the opportunity to work with a student with special needs in an ESY program, extended school year program. And it just really opened up my eyes. Originally, I was just gonna go into the general ed cohort, but I realized that UH offered the dual licensure route, so I thought might as well go for both.
Even if you're positive that you want to be a general education teacher, going into the ESEE program will still make you a better teacher for your students in the general education setting, because the skills and the methods that you learn in the program can be used to meet any diverse learner's needs.
I really believe that dual cert is something that every teacher should do. It just gives you a different sort of mindset, but specifically this program, they prepare their students so well.
And what's really good is that these teachers come in very, very, I guess, knowledgeable not only about the teaching profession in general, but just the passion and commitment that it takes to be successful. So I'm always excited to not only work with them, but anytime I have a position, I reach out to the program to see what candidates are available.
ESEE started as a redesign from a prior program, which really ran in parallel. It was a dual certification program where the general education component and the special education component ran simultaneously but separately. And the ESEE program is not like that at all, it's merged. So our objectives and goals are together at all times. What really makes this unique is that candidates get to dialogue with two perspectives in the same room at the same time. They don't have to determine if one approach is better. They are instead challenged to think about how context and how the population who they're serving, what are the needs of the situation, and what is the appropriate approach.
What's really great about the ESEE program is that our candidates, through the cohort model and having the same coordinators throughout their program, really get this sense of family and consistency that makes it feel more than just checking off a bunch of boxes to complete their program.
Being a first-year student, I was kind of anxious going into this program, and I think everybody else in my cohort was too. But when we decided to have our first seminar and we got together and we started talking and we realized, hey, like we're all in this together.
As a cohort coordinator, I feel like we can be everything and anything for our teacher candidates and in whatever role that may be. So whether it be academic support, social emotional support, personal support, helping them manage interpersonal relationships within the cohort, or their academic relationships with their instructors or their mentor teachers. We really try to nurture a very personal relationship with our candidates so that they can feel comfortable in coming to us in any situation.
school has been very fortunate to enjoy a partnership with UH and ESEE program over the past several years. It really is a symbiotic relationship. Our students are able to receive tiered interventions from these teacher candidates in the program, and in turn, they get field experience with real students. So it's really nice that the program allows the teacher candidates to bridge from theory to action.
What I enjoyed most about this program is that my field experiences have been so diverse. I started off in inclusion, then FSC, and now Gen Ed. So I really like that I get to experience all the different settings that students would be in, and it helps me create a more informed decision on where I want to teach or what style suits me best.
Starting from our first, second semester, we are tutoring kids already. And then we got to go in the classroom as well. And they always try to switch it up, whether it's special education and general education. So it's really nice.
Our school partnerships are another unique component of ESEE. We've been doing this now for enough years that we now have our graduates who are our mentors and coming back and wanting to give back to the profession and are already aware of how ESEE works.
One of my favorite parts about being a mentor is being able to listen and to hear and to learn from my mentee about what they're experiencing in the classroom, what they're learning in the classroom, because they're, the fresh cream of the crop. They're getting exactly, the newest and the most up-to-date information and research out there, and they're learning all these brand new strategies that they get to bring to my classroom. This is actually the second time that I've had Toby in his student teaching experience through the program. I think having males at our school is a huge plus. I think for a lot of students, especially at younger ages, he's confident and he, is very knowledgeable, and I feel like that's a really great person and role model for students to look up to. And so I told him right from the beginning, like, try anything you want to do, just try it out, experience it, and if it fails, we'll fail together and we can work and see what we can do next to do it better next year for your students.
The College of Education at UH Manoa has fulfilled and then some of my expectations, because they not only told us what their mission was as a school or their vision, they modeled it for us. Their co-teaching practices, their integration with all these different content and subjects, they really modeled what a whole teacher should become.
They kind of covered a lot of the things that we do now in teaching, like the RTI program, the interventions program, and differentiation and scaffolding for all the students. They even put us into different schools and different settings. And so I feel like through the ESEE program, they kind of put us through the different places so that they could prepare us to real life teaching.
Honestly, the students that we've had have been excellent. Would we hire ESEE graduates? Definitely, in a heartbeat. If we have an opening, they usually do very well in interviews, and they're very prepared. And because they have that background of special education and general education, they can speak to a bigger picture and seeing students in all different lights. So they usually stick out in interviews versus somebody that's just the general education or just the special education teacher.
One of the strong points about the ESEE program is that it is trying to train teachers how to, integrate inclusive practices into their instructional practice in order to meet the needs of all students. And if we can figure out ways to meet a diverse range of learners and support them in ways that make them feel successful, then we have done our job, because those students are then not going to hate school, they're going to love learning.
The ESEE program prepared me in so many ways. Like, one major way is writing IEPs. I feel like that was, IEPs are individualized educational programs. That's like one of the biggest things that I'm so proud that they taught me. Another thing that they Another important thing that they taught me is to reflect on my teaching. So after every single day, I think about like, how can I better my teaching? How can I better my career?
We're all learning from each other constantly, and I think that's what I love about it, is that it models that idea that when you finish a teacher education program, you're not just set for life with teaching, but it's a constant pursuit of growth and improvement, and that is constantly modeled in the program, and I think that's one of my favorite parts about the culture of ESEE.